If judgment belongs to God, then why did the church play executioner? Why did holy men light the fires and swing the swords? Why did popes hold trials wearing the judge's robe with blood beneath the lace? Why did saints lead crusades, baptizing blades in the name of peace? If judgment is divine, then who gave men the right to kill for heaven? Who gave priests permission to torture in the name of truth? Who gave bishops the power to silence with flame? Who made confession a courtroom and mercy a noose? If vengeance is the Lord's, why did the church thirst for it? Why did it build dungeons beneath sanctuaries? Why did it hang heretics while singing hymns? Why did it turn the cross into a courtroom and the altar into a scaffold? If God is the judge, why did popes wear crowns of condemnation? Why did they sign death warrants with trembling hands and call it divine will? Why did holy councils condemn voices that dared to question and burn them alive? If only God sees the heart. Why did inquisitors pry it open with iron? Why did they crush the body to save the soul? Why did they trade pain for penance and call it purification? If Christ had turned the other cheek, why did the church sharpen both edges of the sword? Why did anoint kings to conquer, baptize bullets and bless imperial bloodshed? If grace is God's alone to give, why did priests sell it in parchments? Why did salvation carry a price tag and forgiveness come with a receipt? If heaven is not won by works, why did they demand loyalty under threat of fire? Why did they canonize killers and sanctify slaughter? If the lamb is innocent, why did his shepherds become wolves? Why did they hide the fang behind the robe and call it faith? If judgment belongs to God, then what do you call the centuries of burning flesh? What do you call the screams beneath the stained glass? What do you call the blood beneath the altar? What do you call? If judgment belongs to God, then what was this blood? If judgment belongs to God, then why did the church wear the black wood? Why did men in robes sit on thrones of judgment? Swing gavels with scripture in one hand and the sword in the other? Why did the popes hold trials behind cathedral walls, not in search of truth, but in search of control? Not for justice, but to silence doubt. If judgment is divine, why did cardinals command torture chambers? Why were confessions beaten out of bleeding mouths? Why did iron crush ribs beneath the banner of salvation? Why did the screams echo louder than the prayers? If vengeance is the Lord's, then why did inquisitors burn books and people in the same flame? Why did they drown women for the crime of knowing hers? Why Why did they bless armies before massacres, anoint swords before slaughters, and march barefoot over corpses, singing hymns? Why were saints made of men who ordered death? Saint Dominic, who built an inquisition with holy fire. Saint Bernard, who roused crusades, sending boys to bleed in foreign lands. Saint Thomas More, who sent heretics to the stake and called it virtue. Are these your holy men? Are these your lamps of light? Or are these the architects of holy terror? If judgment belongs to God, why did men claim the keys to heaven and hell, then use them as weapons? Why did they cut souls into flames while pretending to speak for love? They called it justice, they called it purity, they called it holy wrath. But the ashes know better, the soil remembers, the bones beneath the cathedrals cry out. This was not judgment, this was bloodshed dressed in robes. This was not justice, this was Empire Master's church. If God